If we increase 300 by 200%, that's taking 100 plus 200 all over 100, or in other words 3 times 300, which gives us 900. We want to go 1% greater than 7,000, so we take 7,000 times 1.01. The answer is 7,070. So we would owe this amount in taxes each year, but it was reduced by this much. So if we do that subtraction and we get this number of actual taxes paid versus total taxes, we can find that the answer is 0.85, which means that the taxes were reduced by 15%. So the answer is 15. 100 minus 85. That's how you find it. 0.6y, we find that by taking 60 over 100 and multiplying. So we are decreasing from 100. This is the same thing as saying 100 minus 40 all over 100. So the answer is 40. Volume B has or volume of component B has 1 milliliter. If that's a quarter of the solution, we just multiply by 4, so 1 times 4, and the answer is 4. We had a sample of 9 milliliters. We're looking at component C, and turns out that was only 90% of the original volume. So we take the 9 milliliters, we multiply it by the 90% of the original volume, and we multiply that by the 20%, and we get 1.62. To find out this decrease, we take 9,600 divided by 12,000, and you get 0.8, so that tells you that we had a 20% decrease. The answer is 20. So we're traveling a distance to the circumference for each revolution, so that's 2 pi r times the number of revolutions. If our radius increases by 11%, what's the new circumference? So this is how we find the new radius, and then we just plug that in here, or 0.66 pi. If I multiply that and I round, I get 2.1 to the nearest tenth. Russia 2012, they say, was 13.5% greater than Russia 2011, which is not pictured. So I'm going to take 24.7, I'm going to divide that by 1.135. So my answer is 21.8. And if we go from 21.8 to 24.7, that's about 3. Because we went around to the nearest integer. We're using the formula N is equal to RT. R is the shoppers per minute. So how do I get from shoppers per hour to shoppers per minute? I can take 90 divided by 60. And that will be R. And the average time is 12 minutes. So T is equal to 12. And if I take N is equal to RT, I plug these two in and I get 18 for N. course, the original store had 45 shoppers at any time, and now we have 18. 18 out of 45, we only have 40% that we used to, so that's a reduction of 60%. Which is your answer. So 15% plus 45% is 60, plus 25% is 85%. The remaining 15% are students, and that equals 6. They want to know how many more teachers than school and district administrators. So the difference there is 20%. So if 15% is 6, 5% is 2, and I can multiply this by 4 and find out the answer is 8.